New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. This is our chance to look back at 2023 and all of the activities that we did.
Wanted to kind of give y'all a recap of this year and talk to y'all a little bit about why we kind of been a little MIA. We have been going through a process ourselves.
Yes.
As you guys know, we were renovating our home. We also had a rental house that had fallen into great disrepair. We ended up having to sell it. Our tenants did not look after it. There was an eviction process. There was a whole lot to that was very hard, very sad.
Yeah.
But we are on the flip side of that. We were able to cash in our equity and put it into this house, and as a result, we are debt-free.
We're totally debt-free.
So you're going to be hearing more about that and how we're using that to get on the road to freedom. Part of that process was living in this camper.
What we had to do is we had to cut our expenses down to the minimum so that we could save these two houses from being foreclosed on so that we could finally get them on the market and sell them. Our way of doing that and cutting our expenses to the minimum was living in the camper.
Mm-hmm.
And even though we were able to have some really great adventures while we were doing it, there's no other way that I know of where you can have all your basic needs at a cheaper expense.
I agree. And so it's been a really cool experience for us. Now, it has taken quite a while to get to this point. But we want to also, through this year, share some of those things with you. Not that our adventures are stopping. We're in the process of planning all of that right now.
It's time for us to really look back and see what we've been able to accomplish this past year. This has been a major year of transition. When we first started out the year, before we even got on the road, we got a new AC unit.
That's right, we sure did.
So we were able to get a new AC unit for the camper.
And a generator.
And then we got a generator.
Seriously, actually read the instructions. I'm just being a joke. Study this thing as if you were going to have to pass an exam on it. Seriously, study this. Read this before you go to bed at night. Treat this like the Holy Bible of generators, okay? Read this along with your devotion. Alright, remove generator from package. Check. 2, add oil. Check. Number 3, add fuel.
But we started off the year as we usually do with the RV show in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Which is coming up this next week.
Which we're going to be doing again for this year.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they'll have some really good things, new models out on display for us to explore. But that show is very special to us because that was our second date ever. When we fall in love at an RV show, that shows that we really like camping and traveling. So
11 years, y'all.
11 years, 11 RV shows.
Tradition.
Tradition what?
We are at the North Carolina NCRVDA RV show.
Before we went on the road, we had our first camping trip. I think it was still in March.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Oak Hollow Campground, and for some reason that video just took off and was like the most popular video we've ever had, and it like went to thousands of people when we first tried to, and that, it was because a tree almost fell on the camper. Yeah, I know, that one right there. But I heard that sound and I went, oh my God, we better find out where that's coming from.
Your motorhome is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, don't want anything falling on that.
It's an 18, yeah, 2018.
We have friends we used to go to church with that.
Yeah, we've.
That was our site right there. But that site, and that site all had to move.
But ours is the one that got taped off.
Yeah, our site got taped off because it's in the most danger.
So, and unfortunately with Oak Causeway, we went twice this year and just could not get decent weather. It was really strange.
Yeah. This is probably the strangest, weirdest, coldest Memorial Day weekend ever. This is not the beginning of summer. It can't be the beginning of summer.
You're not supposed to turn your space heater. Have to turn a space heater on.
We've got the space heater running in our camper at the lake.
And I've not been outside.
We've not even been outside. It's been raining the entire time and it's cold. And this is Memorial Day weekend. I don't think that this is the way it's supposed to be. The first time it was so windy that it knocked a tree down, and the second time it rained the entire time. So that was our first camp trip. That was like a shakedown trip because we were trying to do the new AC unit and everything, and it works. It works great. But after that was when we took our big trip.
Yeah, we went all the way to Hamilton, Alabama.
And we had a lot of stops along the way. We discovered Skull Island in Tennessee, which is a place I wouldn't mind going back to again someday.
It was awesome.
One of the best views we ever had, right next to the water. That's the closest we've ever had the camper to the water. Even though we've stayed in other places that on the water, never really right next to it. So we discovered that. We went back to Chattanooga. We were going on down south. We went to Huntsville.
Which was so much fun.
Huntsville, Alabama.
Still dizzy?
Yeah.
Did you just fall over? Do that again. All right.
And I'm detached from my home charger.
Can you walk a straight line?
I can't now. I'm okay.
All right.
There's a wave of dizziness.
This is amazing. Right here, this rocket thing behind me, this is the Saturn V. This is the rocket that took man to the moon. Right here in Huntsville, Alabama.
Muscle Shoals.
Was
We
awesome.
loved Muscle Shoals. We found that. We went to
Fame Studios.
Fame Studios.
And Muscle Shoals Sound Studio.
Sound Studio. Home of the Swampers. If you know the story about that, some great history if you want to look at that. And we also saw Helen Keller's house.
Which was really awesome.
Where Helen Keller grew up and where she learned to communicate.
We're here in the Muscle Shoals area. We're at the birthplace of Helen Keller, and this statue that's behind us commemorates the moment that the light bulb finally came on and she learned her very first word.
Water.
Which was water. And the history in this area is just so significant. I wonder why people would take such great things for granted. But this is an amazing historical place.
We're going to show you more.
One of the first things that we did in 2023 was harvest toasts. And we had the greatest experience, and we were definitely going to be using them again. We used the harvest toast one time when we were on our way to Alabama.
Well, we made it through a boondocking night. We have never done this before. So this is our first harvest toast experience. We're at the First Church of the Nazarene in Knoxville, Tennessee.
And we did it also on our way to Goose Creek State Park, which is the only park so far that's got full hookup.
It was great. Now, Harvest Toast for us so far has been a good transitional spot. We haven't tried anything for more than a night just yet. We got a generator this year, which is a game changer. It's been so awesome.
On our way to Goose Creek, we discovered this really awesome harvest toast called the Scarborough House.
That's an Airbnb. The front section of the house is an Airbnb, and they harvest toast. Incredible.
that was one incredible place. And they even had
Power.
They even had a 50 amp hookup. This here is the main prize. They've got 50 amp hookup. Now, even though I only use 30 amp, I've got an adapter so I can use this.
So we're not sleeping without air.
But it's a historical place. If you know anything about Scarborough, he fought with General Washington in the Revolutionary War. And this was his house. And it's a historical place, and you can stay there. They've got a pool.
Yes.
They've got, it's a wedding venue. They do lots of different things. So it's a great place to stay on the way to the coast. So it's a really, really amazing place.
We'll definitely be doing that again. And it's right outside Wilson, North Carolina.
Yeah, and if you've never seen the Whirligig Park, that's another really great thing to see in the area.
You cannot forget Parker's Barbecue if you're in the Wilson area.
You can, yeah, Parker's Barbecue is amazing if you're at the Scarborough house. So just from that one location, you've got lots of different things to do in a day.
We went to Carowinds again.
We did go to Carowinds again. That came later. Well, that was after we went to the Outer Banks, though.
And we did go to the Outer Banks as well.
I got to get her away from the Outer Banks. She's addicted to the Outer Banks.
Yes, I love it. We went to see the Lost Colony again, so that was fabulous. And we got to go with friends.
That's what I want to do. I want to do the parasail.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Is that where they tell you behind the boat? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go on a jet ski if I can drive it myself.
I did that in the Bahamas.
Yeah, we went with friends this time. And after that, we went to Asheville.
Happy anniversary, baby.
Happy anniversary. Let's go in.
Let's go in.
You got the code, right?
I got the code. Oh, that's a lot of wood. Wow.
Hope it's cold enough to need it.
Yeah. There it is.
How sweet. Cute. I like it.
Well, is it chilly enough in here to build a fire?
Not yet.
Okay.
This is cute though. The hillbilly.
The Hilly Billy. So it's just just one room, bedroom and a bathroom with a shower. That's it. That's everything. So it's just us. It's just us.
It's really cute.
Usually when we have a campfire, it's outside. This time we have it on the inside.
This is the cutest little place. Just a little home for the weekend.
And I think that was about it.
Yeah, we really had to slow down just because we were going through the renovation process at that point, which is now completed. For the most part, all of the projects we have that we were doing on deck now have been done. He has an RV plugged to the house now.
Yeah, we got the full hookup for this camper, so we can use the AC and let somebody stay in here if somebody's coming over to visit.
Deep clean and things like that. So we'll probably do some things on that to show you how we prepare for the season, because that's coming as well.
Yeah, we're about to get started all over again. We've got the plans of going on the cruise. Of course, that won't involve the camper, but then after
It's
that,
worth sharing.
then after that, we've already got some plans to head west again and north.
Northwest.
Northwest. Northwest,
Yes.
and then east, and then south.
We're just going to go everywhere. But no, we're looking forward to continuing to share all that with you, and just to say we've missed you guys. And there's a lot more to come from the Camper Couple. So we hope you have enjoyed this looking back video, and there is more to come. So next will probably be the RV show. So we look forward to sharing that with you, because you guys know we do every RV show that we can get to between Charlotte and Raleigh every year. and we love it.
And I hope you love it too.
So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for bearing with us. And happy camping.
Happy camping.
Now, one of the first that we had this year was, well, last year now. One of the first things that we did in 2023, I'll say it that way, the park on the
Get them on the mark.
Sorry. Say that again.
Okay. We got this.
And that, and that, and that.
And this.
Can you put that up there?
No. Oh, and we also got this. I don't even know what this is.
It's a waffle maker.
We're gonna make waffles on the
Solo
solo stove.
stove. Oh, we got a cooktop for the solo stove for Christmas.
Yeah, we gotta show you all our gadgets.
Yeah, we'll do a deer update.
We'll do a gadget show. Yeah.
Bye.
Gadgets.
Go, go, gadget.
Bloopers. Bloopers.
Bloopers.